Okay, up next, let's talk about the inspector. Okay, so that's this window over here. And right now it's saying nothing selected. The inspector shows us every nitty-gritty detail about whatever we have selected, right? So if we select something, let's select this Allegretto tempo indication here. So I click on it, then we look over at the inspector. We see it's visible, which we can turn off. We can make it invisible. We can change the color of it. We can very finely control where it's displayed. We can change, in this case, this is text Allegretto, so we can change what style it is, so what kind of text it is in this case. And then if we want to go in detail there, we could change the font and the size and all of that stuff. It is a tempo marking, so it's saying what we want it to do, basically. So here we're saying set the tempo to 100 beats per minute. If I click on something else, like a note, I get other options, right? So this inspector thing shows us different options based on what you've selected. So now that I've selected a note, it's saying I can hide this note if I wanted to. I can change the color of the note, where it is, what comes before it and after it. Is it part of a chord? Is it a small note, a big note? What kind of note head it has? What note type? Is it a mirror head? Is it tuned different? What kind of velocity does it have? That's kind of how loud it is. And is it fixed to the line? And which line? So the details of all of those you will never really nearly ever have to get into. So don't worry about all of this stuff too much. Just know that if you're looking to do something a little out of the ordinary, look at the inspector, see what's there. Let's look at this bracket. There's nothing for the bracket. Okay, that's cool. How about our key signature? Okay, it gives me a couple options here. The title. Okay, I can change some things about the title. There's not much else to show here. Here's a page number. Does it give me any options for page numbers? Nope, no options for page numbers. Abbreviations. Here's a natural. I can hide it. I can make it really small. I can put it in a bracket. If you look at the natural while I turn that on, you'll see what that means. Puts it in parentheses like that to make it a courtesy accidental. That's okay. So the inspector shows us a lot of detail about every little thing. Most of the time you won't need to go into the inspector, but when you're doing something, you should know it's there so that you can find that weird setting in the inspector.